football trends come and go every single year, and there's something that you might think will be the coolest thing this year will be dropped off by next year. That's what we're going through today. All my predictions for all the football trends that are going to happen this year, what's coming into style, what's going out of style. Some of the ones are going to shock you. First one, I'm leaning with a banger. Scrunch sleeves are dead. Now, I'm predicting now that this is going to be the last year that scrunch sleeves are popular and will fall off gradually over the coming 2 years. Now, I know you might not like this take, but we'll see how this video ages by the end of the year. So scrunch sleeves became popular in 2022 after OBJ started doing the style in 2021. Next Trend was way ahead of the curve and we did a video with them on it and it blew up. But stuff like this only lasts a couple of years. And the real reason I know it's done and fading is everyone sells them. Every single company out there makes a scrunch sleeve in a bunch of different styles and colorways and patterns and all sorts of stuff now. And that's how you know it's dying. As soon as the smallest, most behind companies get involved, it's already on its way out. And I was talking to a company recently that has their finger on the pulse of this kind of stuff, and they said all their monthly sales of scrunch sleeves are down. So it's not dead immediately, but all the companies this year will be trying to sell off their inventory, and all the companies that just got in, it'll take them at least 2 to 3 years to get rid of all of that. Sorry, but this is the truth. Now, if Nike does everything they've promised us for this year, they'll remain in that top dog spot. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think Nike ever actually lost that spot, but when they haven't done a lot over the past couple of years, there were some companies starting to creep up closer. But this year, they're supposed to be dropping between like 5 and 10 new cleats, 3 to 6 new gloves. There's so much stuff they have coming out that I don't think there's any way if they deliver on that like they said they would, they'll fall off. On the other end of that, it feels like Under Armour is slipping. All they did was fix the highlight, which everyone hated from last year, and take the pellet protect off the LINEMAN cleat, which was barely worn as well. I don't see the changes that they made from last year to this year as super impactful to their business, and it kind of feels like they're slowly moving their way out of football. And honestly, nowadays, if I said this 4 years ago, you would not believe me. But if you told the average high school about Under Armour versus Next Trend, I think the average high school football player is picking Next Trend. And that's not a knock on Next Trend at all. It's just they've literally only been around for 3 years, and it already feels like they're one of the most popular companies as far as football accessories in North America. My next football trend prediction for the year is going to be a double arm sleeve. Now, trends are pretty easy to figure out. It basically falls like 1 to 2 years behind when the big athletes do it. So when OBJ was on the Rams, he was rocking this double arm sleeve look where he'd have a blue sleeve with a yellow one underneath. And it's honestly pretty simple. You literally just take 2 sleeves, put one a little lower than the top one, show a little bit of a different color and one over top. Easy. But then this year we saw players like Marvin Harrison Jr. do it, and that's when I knew this is going to be a trend that's coming out. The double arm sleeve is going to replace the scrunch sleeve as the new look. All right, the next one is going to be colored mouth guards are back. Now the trend here is to wear a mouth guard in a really bright color that does not match your team's uniforms at all. Now we first saw this with guys in the NFL like Stephon Diggs and AJ Brown. And by the way, my Instagram post about this trend here is one of my most popular posts of all time. That's another reason I know it's coming up. And this one is a toss-up for me because I think this one is a little out there, but when you see it in front of your eyes, you see it happening more and more, so I think it's coming. And it follows the trend tiers like everything else. It started in the NFL first. This college football season, especially in the college football playoff, I saw it a ton. And now next year, it's going to leak its way into the high school leagues, especially because doing this is a super cheap option. Guys everywhere will be rocking neon green, yellow, and orange mouth guards when it doesn't even closely match their team. I'm telling you now. All right, next one is going to be jagged eye bars. And this is one I actually don't think is going to catch on, but I kind of wish it would. So guys this year, like Travis Kelce, have switched up their traditional face masks for one that now feature jagged eye bars. And because of that, companies like Schutt and Riddell are now actually selling these face masks to the public. Again, as these trends fall down the ladder, I thought you might see them more in like high school football, but the reality is face masks are expensive. If you play for multiple teams, you can't get them in multiple colorways. So face masks are just not something that the average player invests in. So I don't think this will catch on at the high school level, although I wish it did. The jagged eye bar look is super clean. All right, the next one is going to be Blackout. Now, over the last couple of years, you've seen black accessories get more and more popular in the NFL. It started a couple years ago with mostly with Saquon Barkley, then Deshaun Elliott of the Lions started to do it, and now all black is becoming extremely popular around the NFL. In college, we saw guys like Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. wearing all black LeBron 4 cleats. And again, that's my signal to say all black accessories are back. You'll see players picking up all black cleats, all black gloves, all black everything. All right, next one is going to be eye black. And this style right here is going to be the most common eye black style in this coming fall. We first saw it on Aiden Hutchinson, then we saw it on JJ McCarthy. And with the popularity of Star Wars, I think this style right here is going to be super popular for guys in high school to be wearing this year for their eye black. Next up, custom cleats. Now, a long time ago, having an iridium visor for your helmet was a flex because an iridium visor back then cost like $250. But now you can pick up a shock visor for like $50 in 20 different iridiums. It's crazy how the times have changed. I think the same thing is going to happen with cleats. Guys now are customizing their own stuff or buying their paints, and it's even becoming more popular for resellers like FB Cleat Heat to do off-white drops. It's still really expensive to do, so don't get me wrong, it's going to probably go through the same evolution, take 3, 4, maybe 5 years to get mixed more into the culture. It's simply going to take 3 to 4 years, but by then custom cleats will be more affordable, more popular, and you'll pretty much see them on every football field. Okay, that's it. Let me know down below if you think I missed any trends or you disagree with anything. Again, love the comments. Let's chat down below.